Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your August 2026 general overview reading. Please take what resonates, release what doesn't, and if you haven't already, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel. If this video resonates with you, please leave a comment and like the video. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, let's see what we have for Aquarius for the month of August. Oh, big month this month. We are in eclipse season. We have the solar eclipse happening on August 12th in the sign of Leo. Then we have the lunar eclipse that will be taking place in the sign of Pisces. So yes, we are in eclipse season, which expect the unexpected. So manage your time, follow your calling. I'm feeling you're being guided towards something during this month. I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you could be receiving a lot of downloads or just things that come through to you that, sometimes it's easy to just push aside and not pay no mind to, but I kind of feel it's important for you to do some sort of exploration when it comes to these thoughts and ideas or downloads that are coming. Manage your time. I feel like there could be a lot of stuff going on for you this month, are taking place. Like I said, expect the unexpected when we're in eclipse season. So you could feel yourself, I'm kind of feeling somebody torn in a lot of different directions or a lot on their plate. And I feel like it's going to be important to evaluate what's important, what is not, what can wait, that sort of energy. Resolve the conflict. I feel like this is an internal conflict, is how I'm feeling with this energy. All right, this card just wanted to fall out. Yes, boundless potential. I feel like, look, focus your vision. I strongly feel whoever I'm talking to, Aquarius, I kind of feel like this is a month of really focusing on what's important, what's a priority, what is genuine. There seems to be this conflict within, and I kind of feel this conflict is a result of, or it's something to do with, um, I almost feel like keep the peace, right? Just to, it just feels to me like this conflict of wanting to do something, to be helpful or to something, but it's not. I don't feel like it's in alignment for you. It just gives me that keep the peace, right? Like I just won't say anything because I don't want to rock the boat, or I don't want to cause no issues, or I just don't want to hurt no one's feelings, or I don't want to let no one down. It feels like that. I'm feeling very strongly that it's important not to let yourself down. Listen to what your intuition is saying, follow your calling. There is this conflict, and I feel this conflict is where you have to say no to something. Maybe because you cannot fit it in with this manage your time. Maybe because it's a distraction from what you need to be focusing on. But I am feeling there is a conflict that it's that challenge you're going to have to face and overcome. And I feel like it's for your greater good, because when I'm looking at this, it strongly is giving me that Empress energy where she's ready to bring something to light, where she's been, manifesting. She's been going within, doing something that is co-creating with the universe. And I feel even we see that same orb, right? It's like something got thrown out into the universe, and this energy has grasped onto it and has been harnessing that energy, building that energy. And I feel like it's time for them to focus on bringing that into the physical 3D. And so you may not have so much time available to do a bunch of other things. Resolve that conflict so that it can be eliminated, I feel, from remove it, like resolving that conflict will remove any blocks from moving forward, right? If you don't have the time to do something, maybe you would love to help somebody do something, but you just don't have the time, and it's okay to say no. It's okay to put yourself first. So let's get some energy and clarify this follow your calling. Let's clarify follow your calling. 9 of air. Yeah. Okay. And bottom of the deck is the 7 of waters. So these two cards, especially together, Seven of Waters can represent confusion, illusion, options, dreamy state, that sort of thing. The Nine of Air talks about being stuck and like the mind, your thought process. I do kind of feel like somebody is trying to stay focused and grow and manifest something, but their mind and is being like stressed out, over worried, that sort of thing. Wow, look at this. Six of Water flew out because of something that happened in the past, or, wow, King of Fire. I feel somebody wants to go in a different direction. I strongly feel somebody wants to go in a different direction. And I feel with that energy, I feel like it brings challenges, right? Because this may be something, like I said, it just seems like you have to say no to something, like, no, I don't want that anymore, or no, um, I don't want to do that, or I just feel like somebody is stuck in something, and it feels like, maybe somebody always would get caught up, stuck in their mind over, okay, I got 8 things to do. How can I do all of them so I don't have to say no to any of them? And I kind of feel like that's a no, right? Like, no, you can't do all that. Yeah, maybe you could, but at what cost, right? To you mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, that sort of energy. And I feel like somebody has to stop spreading themselves so thin and diverting their energy and their focus into too many different directions, especially if they are directions that are not for one's greater good, that are not in alignment with someone's path or path. Path. I'm sorry. Struggling to speak this morning. Okay. Let's see what this resolve the conflict is. Yeah, I feel like somebody is breaking free, liberating themselves from maybe the old, outdated way of thinking or feeling like they got to. Yes, look at that. 10 of Fire. Whew. So this is burning off an old cycle, an old, outdated version of you that no longer exists, or one that you're no longer in alignment with. It just feels like to me these can even be contracts, right? um, where I just feel like it's time to complete out a cycle and burn that cycle away, burn that cycle off. That's what I'm feeling in these old contracts. Contracts with yourself. Like, I always have to be the one to jump up and run and help and be there and yada, yada, yada. I'm kind of feeling like, no, that was a bad contract for me, right? And you're resolving this. I do feel you're going to, wow, I was going to say, I do feel you're going to, and there's the 10 of Water. So this is that peak experience on the emotional level. It talks about a lot of happiness, joy. I see an overflow of abundance coming through there. It's like once you meet this challenge, once you face this challenge and overcome this challenge and clear out that old cycle, then you can move forward. I feel like you've been holding yourself back by, it just gives me spreading yourself so too thin, like trying to do too many things at one time and not putting enough time, energy, and effort onto what is right for you. 2 of Earth talks about making a choice and a decision, and I feel like you are going to make a choice, a different choice, a choice that puts you first, that doesn't wear you so thin, that gives you the time, space, energy, all that you need in order to bring this into fruition. And again, I keep feeling like, you could, like I said, somebody could, right? You very well could take on all these extra things or offer all this extra help, this, that, and the third thing. But I feel like by the time you're done utilizing or using all your energy doing all that, you have little to no energy left to focus on what it is you're trying to bring through for yourself. And I feel like you're recognizing this, seeing it, the problem that it has become or it is becoming. And I feel like you're going to make some choices and decisions and act accordingly when it comes to all of that during this month. You could see where this month really removes a lot of those burdens out of your energy with these eclipse energies that are showing up. So let's grab some clarity for the boundless. Look at, I said for the boundless, and I don't even know if you can, but here's the cards, they flip. And I said, this reminds me of the Empress. Empress, Four of Water, Messenger of Air. I feel like someone's going to have a chat, a tough conversation, right? They're going to bring news or information, and they're just going to say, like, I am focused. I am directing my energy on a certain direction. I have to invest my time, energy, and effort into evolving my life, my path, my mission, whatever this is. And they're going to start rejecting. They're going to start saying no. And it's not they're doing it because they're being spiteful or anything like that. It's just like they're recognizing by the time I'm all said and done, utilizing my energy, using my energy to do this, that, and the third thing that has no role in me manifesting my abundance, my growth, my expansion, other than, was for people to what? Say that person is so helpful, they were so kind, they were so this, they were so that. Okay, well, that's great, thank you, appreciate that. But someone needs to stay focused on building, to creating, to bringing something to life. And these distractions are not helping this person, right? That praise may feel good for a moment, but when you have to keep going back and back and back to bring this to the thing, yeah, look, Seven of Earth, investing your time, energy, and effort into building what is for you, right? You're too busy adding bricks to other people's foundations, and it's taking you longer to build yours because it feels to me like you're just so, spread too thin is how I'm feeling all of this. So let's grab a few messages. Ooh, I thought I had a whole different deck. Four of Air. It's time to rest, recharge, rejuvenate, recover, take a step back, because you're going to be moving forward. And I do feel like I do feel somebody's going to get comfortable with saying no, or I'm not available, or I have things on my plate. I feel like somebody is going to show a lot more respect for their time, energy, and efforts. And a big part of that is by saying no, like, I can't. And even if it's just because you want to, Four of Air can be rest, recharge, just take a day of doing nothing or doing only what you want to do or anything like that. That may seem selfish to some people, and that's okay, but I don't feel like it's selfish to you. I feel like you're recognizing the necessity in that situation. So let's grab, oops, too many. Let's grab some of these. These are from the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. No, they're not. This is from the Mystical Wisdom Oracle. I'm sorry. All right, first card that pops up is Legends. Learn from those who inspire you. And so I do feel somebody has taken a look at people around them. And I feel mainly people who, like, not saying that they are perfect or that they have it all together, but when you look at them, I feel like you can see the success, the perseverance, the determination, and I kind of feel like you are recognizing what these people do in order to achieve that. So, for instance, they're not available for every darn thing that someone needs, or they're not available for everything that is taking place. They have, I kind of feel they manage their time well, where they recognize that they have to make sacrifices. No, I can't go to that gathering because I have X, Y, and Z, and making their legacy, their generational wealth, whatever it is, a priority, right? Not just prioritizing, well, they see me shown up, they see me be there, they see me always be, that sort of energy. It's like they're not, it feels like there's a change in that. Opportunity knocks. And again, you look at these orbs. I really feel this is that bringing opportunity, go for it. Opportunity knocks, go for it. This is where things are coming to the 3D and changing, moving someone forward. Look, there's a 6 of fire, and underneath that was the 3 of fire. somebody, and then the two of water was underneath that. Something is coming together for somebody. And I feel like this is like, okay, I can't, you know, I don't want to juggle this, right? I want to put my best in, and in order to put my best in, I can't be diverting my energy to 10 different directions. Opportunity is knocking. Do you want to be sitting there, you know, hoping, wishing, and praying in the future you get another opportunity, or do you want to take the opportunity when it arises? And I feel like, yes, somebody is going to trust their intuition. They're going to rise above this situation. They're going to graciously accept these blessings, these wish fulfillments, these things coming through by aligning with them. And I kind of feel cutting out the distractions, cutting out the wasted time, energy, and effort, right? Of just running themselves too thin, or trying to do too much, or not being able to manage something properly. Like, they're recognizing that. Next card is children. Know that your children are protected. I love this because I always feel, to me, not just about children, but it makes me feel like, whoever this shows up for, yes, this can represent, know that your children are protected, or something to do with your children as you're going through whatever this is. But I'm also feeling like it brings you as an individual back to that pure space, right? Like that childlike joy or sense of enthusiasm or exploration or whatever this is. It brings you back to a state of mind. Remember, we started seeing the mind up here being stuck, blocked, trapped, that sort of energy. And I kind of feel like it liberates you from that, where you're not so afraid to take, like when you're children, you're a lot less, you don't deal with so much fear, right? Because you're learning, you're experiencing, and you're learning as you go. And so I kind of feel like there could have been, whoever I'm talking to, there have been something that's had you stuck, maybe since you were a child, and a specific mindset or belief system or a conditioned way of thinking, that sort of thing. And I feel like that's changing during this month of August. Messenger of creativity and hope and gratitude. I love to see so much yellow. And then letting go. This is the second reading I've done. This card, the gratitude, has shown up in the last one, and the letting go has too. So I do feel, this is a beautiful opportunity, and I'll say it like this, because eclipse energy will remove things out of your life whether you like it or not, right? It's like that wild card, expect the unexpected. It often more time, like I would say 99.99% of the time, when we can recognize something that we're holding on to, that is, we're no longer in alignment with, or that is just outdated, or part of an old cycle, when you can let that go versus the universe coming through and divine intervention and removing it for you, it always goes through with a smoother transition. Is it always comfortable and, all rainbows and butterflies? Absolutely not. Making sacrifices to let things go, to release things, to surrender and not carry things forward, can be a very challenging experience. And not a lot of people are comfortable doing that. Like, I know there are people who are, but there's a lot of people who aren't comfortable with that. And it's like learning to be okay with uncomfortable situations or experiences, and, like I said, confronting fears of the unknown. When we learn, look, in order to get this new beginning, begin your new life, yeah, someone has to let go of something. They got to resolve some internal, I feel these are internal things, um emotional or mental, or, like mind sort of things, old ways of thinking, or, for some people, they'll even stay attached and tethered to emotionally draining experiences, right? Versus recognizing this is an emotionally draining experience or situation or connection, and it's time to let it go, right? Because I don't know why, but I just know that sometimes people have a really hard time letting go of things that drain them mentally, emotionally, sometimes physically, financially, whatever it is. But this shows to me that you're being called in a new direction. There is some sort of internal conflict that I do feel you're going to liberate yourself free from as you focus. And look, peace of mind was underneath that. Peace of mind. Focus your vision on the direction you want to go in, what your outcome is. And I do see a lot of angelic support around this, and I do feel somebody who I'm talking to does have the strength, courage, and confidence to see something for what it truly is, to release it, to let it go, to know there is something more abundant that is meant to come through and, align with that. I hope this serves you well, Aquarius. I hope this is a fantastic month for you, and I do send you an abundance of peace, love, and light. If you haven't already, please take the time to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like this video and absolutely leave a comment to claim this reading if this is for you. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, my link is in the description box below. Thank you and have a great day.